Hey YouTube, it's Weird Paul. 34 years ago, September 7th, 1984 to be exact, was the day that my family got a video camera. In the last 4 years, I made a couple videos showing how that camera changed my life, and even showing that camera, which I still have today. Today we're going to take a look at what was filmed that first night when we turned the camera on. I was already in the middle of talking when my dad switched the camera on. I joked that I was the one filming, and that was due to my very long arms.
Very long arms.
My dad started moving the camera back and forth, testing it out.
Hey, that's not fair, Dad.
My sister jumped up and down, trying to get her face into the picture. I was more vocal about giving him directions.
Hey, Dad, don't move that camera, Dad. Back over here. Okay, thank you.
I started narrating what my dad was filming, even going as far as to refer to my sister as an idiot.
Now these are the shutters. What you see? This. Now you're seeing what we're recording. Okay. This is an idiot right here.
The true measure of my excitement was summed up in the statement, "Don't you just love this?"
Don't you just love this? Okay, now.
Apparently, I'd always wanted to get a close-up of me making a fake burp sound.
Wait, Dad, I want to do something. I always wanted to do this.
At that point, my dad turned the camera off to check and see if what we recorded came out. While he was looking for the stop button, he just pointed the camera at our shutters. This overlong static shot of our windows became something that I'd refer to as the dad shot. When the camera came back on, my sister started introducing our family. I introduced myself, and I was wearing a Return of the Jedi shirt.
Now look! This is Paul! Here's...
I jokingly said, it wasn't easy escaping from Mayview. Mayview is a local mental hospital. It closed in 2008. I thought that the lens cap for the camera looked kind of like an Oreo cookie.
An Oreo cookie.
Here, give us this little kid.
Okay, delicious Oreo cookie.
What was that?
The lens cap.
My sisters made faces for the camera, but when I came forward to do it, my dad turned the camera off. Every time my dad would start the camera up, there'd be a kind of a whoosh sound on the tape.
Okay, no, you don't. You can let go.
Yeah, it's working.
I had begged my dad to keep recording for a little while, even offering to use my own VHS tape instead of his. He didn't care about that. He was just worried that we would break the new camera.
Should I just leave your tape in or should I put mine in there?
I don't care. You can leave mine in.
She's older than
But I'm gonna have to leave it down like this.
I can do it.
All right, well, I don't care, Dad.
Yeah, I do care though because they can knock down the
Yeah,
floor.
I know you are. They can always do a little...
I referred to the automatically focusing lens as a wheel that turned by itself.
Watch this wheel, it turns. Look at this wheel, it turns all by itself. I'm not gonna touch it. See how the wheel turns all by itself?
That was when I found out that my dad didn't want me anywhere near the camera.
That's because it's
Automatic focus. The wheel turns by itself. What?
Get away from it.
I wasn't right on top, but I was like
You're
this.
not supposed to get that close to it.
My dad started reading the instruction manual, and I used that as an opportunity to shine a flashlight right into the camera. My dad explained that the camera had a power zoom, and I reacted to this information in a very 80s way.
Those switches are for the zoom, the power zoom.
Hi.
Zoom in on it.
I do coolness. I love to do that for my movies and stuff.
I again insulted my sister by referring to her as E.T. as I showed her my Dungeons & Dragons dice.
E.T. These are dice.
She showed that she was actually cooler than me by singing a little bit of 99 Luft Balloons by Nena, the first time any of us had ever sang on video.
Here, give me my
The red balloon.
99 love blues go by.
We let my youngest sister have a turn talking, and that was when my dad's fun side finally came alive.
Howdy, partner. Look at me, I'm a TV star, Mom.
I then announced that I would be doing my rendition of new wave music. I had no idea what new wave music sounded like.
New wave music, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, it's my turn now.
One thing that we didn't know when we got the camera was that it had a sort of built-in feedback protection. If you yelled too loud, it would shut off for a moment. But I found out that night.
Wait, live from New York, it's Saturday night.
My continual use of the camera that night was suddenly threatened when someone's toe was accidentally stepped on. I moved in quickly to smooth things over.
I'll put it.
You want to say something on the tape?
Yeah.
Go ahead, it's your turn.
Okay. She's the
Talk
Oh
with-
my God.
Quit fighting.
I don't want to.
You said I could do now.
I'm only
now
not-
you're letting her do it.
Let her go. None of us will. Go ahead.
I decided to give a little speech to memorialize this historic occasion.
On this day,
No, I'm gonna show my
it will be remembered that we got a camera. Thank you. You. Okay.
My sisters were excited to show their Cabbage Patch dolls on camera.
There, here's me and my Cabbage Patch. My Cabbage Patch. Look, she can do jump. Whee! This is my friend, Cindy Lou. She's my Cabbage Patch.
I had a sort of alter ego, a kind of character I'd sometimes portray named Goon Goonie, so of course he made an appearance.
This is Goonie to speak for shoe pies. Thank you. Make shoe pies. They taste great, and I like Buster Brown shoe pies. And I'm after Paul. If you see him, tell me because I want to beat him up. See, you can tell him not Paul because my shirt doesn't say Return of the Jedi on it. See, it doesn't say it. Nowhere on the shirt. Okay, thank you. Bye. I'm gonna go find Paul.
After some footage of my mom holding my little brother, who wasn't even a year old yet, the last thing on the tape was me signing off.
Happy trails to you. So long.
Happy Trails to You was a song by Roy Rogers, whose fast food restaurants we'd sometimes see on car trips. That was a special night in my life that I'll never forget. I couldn't possibly forget it, because I filmed it. Happy Trails to You. So long.